In this video we're going to be doing an update on the Range Rover. It's getting close to finished. Morning. It's Wednesday the 30th of August. As you can see behind me there, we've got the Range Rover in the background. Now yesterday, seeing it was a quiet day and we need to order some parts for the 110, I thought I'd jump on the Range Rover. So I jumped inside it because I knew I had a few tinkery around little jobs to do. And I noticed all the lights were working, but the low fuel light was on, so I thought, oh, I wonder if it needs some petrol, because I had the sender in and out that many times. Anyway, I put 20 litres in, light went out, and all the lights went out. Brilliant. So I thought I'll take a little tootle just up my hill. And first impressions were okay. I noticed I'd only been driving it in and out the shop, but it's the first time I actually drove it like over 50 kilometres an hour. I noticed at first that it didn't creep in drive. You know, with automatics, you usually have to put your foot on the brake and then let your foot off the brake and it'll creep forward a bit. And this didn't. You had to blip the throttle, which isn't really encouraging. Low fluid? Maybe, could be. Now it's been working a bit, maybe the fluid settled down and I need to top it up a bit. But I think there's more to it than that, because like I say, I went up the hill. I'll get to it in a minute. I went up the hill, tried the brakes. Wow, they throw you through the bloody windscreen. They were absolutely superb. Sort of a lot better than that proper Range Rover system that was supposed to be fitted, that ABS and all that malarkey. So I'm quite happy with that. I need to put the steering wheel on the right way. It's just off a couple of splines, and that was the whole point of the exercise, to drive it up the hill and make sure that was okay. So I turned around, came back, put it in the yard, and I wanted to park it up. I didn't actually want to put it there, and it wouldn't go into neutral. It wouldn't go into reverse, neutral, or park, but it would go into drive, first and second and third. So that was kind of unusual. I couldn't work that one out. And like, is it an interlock? Could be, but daft bugger me went and now turned it off while I was having a look under the bonnet, and now I can't get it to start again because it needs to be in neutral or drive to start. Gee, if I didn't have bad luck with this car, I wouldn't have any luck at all. It's just been a nightmare from beginning to end. So it's forecast to have 20 millimetres of rain today, and I would really like to get it in the shop to find out what's wrong with it. It looks like I'm going to have to work outside, and it looks like I'm going to have to take the centre console out again and the shift mechanism and just inspect that a bit more, because I have had problems with that, and maybe it's just a problematic shift. I don't know. I'll soon see, but it's all the pain of taking all that plastic, all that stuff out, because every time you touch it something else breaks, as you know. Yeah, and if you're familiar with these taking the handbrake linkage out is no fun. It's a bit tricky, but we've got to do it. But like I say, I can't work on it there. It's going to rain today. Ooh, look, I just noticed there. Can you see the leaves are starting to change on that maple? That's not a good sign, is it? They're starting to go up at the top up here as well. I don't know if you can see those up there. It's like a bloody weather forecast now, isn't it? But like I say, it's getting on towards September now, so I'm not really surprised. Oh, damn, I really wanted to get this going. I really wanted. That's, got the tyres, got everything, just a few little knickknacks. Oh, the interior mirror fell off with the heat of the sun. The little self-adhesive pad that goes on the window gave up, so that's to be put back on. Other than that, it wasn't too bad. It steered nice. The suspension was nice, which really surprised me. It wasn't a really harsh ride. It's a nice soft ride. But yeah, it's just like another bridge to cross, a mountain to climb again, but I can't leave it there. I can't leave it there because it's right in the middle of the bloody yard. What a numpty. Anyway, I'll come back to this video later when I find out actually what's wrong. And I don't think it's the switch. By the way, I don't think it's the switch on the pedal, on the brake pedal. I don't think it's that, because it just won't shift. Now, great joy! I think I fixed it, and it was really easy, and it was so stupid. Let's go and have a look. Oh, get the camera off. Yeah, of course, as soon as I started on this, it started to rain. It's such a stupid thing. On the top of the shift here, there's a little E-clip. What do I mean by an E-clip? That type of thing. It was an update from the original clip that was almost impossible to get off. And I think it had been on and off that many times it had jumped off, and it was in the bottom of here. Joy, didn't need to take all that lot out. So now, well, here we are again. It's 12:30. It's been pouring down all day so far. I've taken the beast up and down the road. It's sweating like a pig now, but I sorted it all out. I had to top up the ATF. It was a wee bit low. That made it go a lot better. I've got the steering wheel centred, and the gear shift works. Unfortunately, that slider piece in the middle's broken, and they were £150 when they were new. Unfortunately, can't buy them anymore, so I'll have to try and find one. But it's a big job to try and change it. I don't know. It's an aesthetic look. It works, but I don't know. What's wrong with it? Nothing really as such. The heater works and everything like that. The wipers work. It's a good day for testing it, isn't it? And but there seems to be a rattle coming from somewhere, and I'm not really sure. It seems to be in the roof, and I'm hoping it's not. But I need to have somebody driving around with me and listening to it, because I can't sort of listen and do things at the same time. But all in all, it's not too bad. Could it go for inspection? Possibly. I need to get this 110 out of here and put it in the shop, get it on the lift, make sure it's okay. Good thing I've noticed as well, the sunroof doesn't leak. I know it's just a matter of time, but it doesn't leak. I'm very pleased with that. There's no leaks inside, so with all this rain, I'm not surprised. Actually, the rain is because they're having that big hurricane down in Florida coming up the coast. It kicks all the weather up around here, so hopefully it's a bit better day tomorrow. Like I say, the brakes are absolutely spot on. I've no qualms with that. It drives nice. It's easy to drive. That's the nice thing. It's easy to drive. The power steering's just nice. The suspension's nice. But I need to get it inspected so I can drive it on the road a bit. Anyway, that's that. That's just a little update on it. It is coming on. What else have I got to do? I think that's it. I really think that's it. Well, it's a Range Rover, isn't it? You know, you're never finished. We'll see you later.